Yeah.
what I like is not only did you come out of the I'm not bending the knee, you then threw on a suit, joined UKIP, and had a bit of a crack at that as well, which was most enjoyable. I'm going to be honest with you, because seeing you over in Europe gave me a giggle. I'm not going to lie, because Sargon looks like he belongs there. He does, doesn't he? He looks like one of the boys. Paul Joseph Watson, and then it's like, is that fucking Count Dankula? What the fuck? Yeah. I mean, that was one of our favourite things, the whole thing. It's like, well, that's turned out differently to how I thought this was going to go. How did you get on over there? Was it nice? Did you get when the discounted meals? Because I got one of them at NATO. Did you get plenty of those over there?
No, I didn't. I did manage to. There isn't actually a canteen. It's a bar. Just have a bar, like an actual pub. And like in between all the votes, like all of the MEPs are like in this bar getting drunk, and I'm just kind of sitting there like you're voting on legislation for a good few 100 million people, and you're having a few pints before you go in.
Stiffness. Just settles the fucking nerves, doesn't it? That sounds like a lot more fun than NATO.
I know. Honestly, like the one thing that really bothered me about them was there was a part, like there's the main area, the main vestibule and all that. You're allowed to film, you're allowed to do interviews, and that's where all of the news crews and everything. There's news crews and media personnel constantly in there, and they're set up all over the place. So that's the big main area where they all film. But there's a second area before you go into the big main hall, and you're not allowed to film, no cameras, no phones, nothing. And it was only in this second area that the MEPs would speak to us. It was only in there they would speak to us, because they knew that if they fucked up on camera, there would be no, there's no way we could record them and catch it. And there was a few MEPs that we were speaking to, and we were bringing up, this was to do with Article 13, back when it was called Article 13. And we were calling them out on specific parts of the legislation, and we were like, what about, paragraph 16, section 3 and everything? How do you feel that that's going to affect small businesses? The guy turned around and looked at his assistant with like a deer in the headlights, and we were just like, you've not even fucking read this. You've not even read this. You're about to go and vote this into law, and you haven't even fucking read it.
Well,
and that was the case for so many of them.
Isn't the process very much there, though? The edict comes down from the unelected, and our MEPs, who can change it from the inside, rubber stamp it, and if they fail to rubber stamp it, it's put before them again the week after, so they'll rubber stamp it. Isn't that their whole purpose? So,
yeah. If a vote doesn't go the way the EU Parliament wants, it will just keep putting it through again and again until they get the result that they want.
As Ireland found out, obviously, years ago, and now they're in a far more enlightened state. Currently trying to cancel women, from what I can tell.